Patricia Cornwall has sold 120 million books in more than 100 countries. Now, for her newest thriller, Quantum, she did intense 2-year research, which included access to and exploring top-secret government facilities and even spacewalk training. And Patricia Cornwall joins us now. Good morning. I am so excited to hear about spacewalk training. First of all, did you get to fly on the Vomit Comet? Is that what they call it?
I'm going to be doing that. I haven't done that yet,
Oh,
but the spacewalk training has been at Johnson Space Center, where they put you in this harness. This is what they put the astronauts in. It's a computerized, it's a robotic thing that basically it simulates no gravity. So they put you in this harness and you learn to spacewalk in this thing, because what happens is you float away if you don't control things. I mean, it's not easy. And they had to peel me off the ceiling several times and put a dog leash on me because I was floating all over the place. So I got a really big appreciation. I mean, it is unbelievable what these people do. And it's like the Scarpetto world, the forensic world, or going to crime scenes with detectives. You know, I am the tag-along that I get just enough of a dose of stuff to try to learn what it is, what's this all about, and how do I show it to you? How do I tell you a story? And with Captain Chase, the story is about a NASA police person who's a scientist on her way to being an astronaut. So yes, somebody a little smarter than I am. But the big thing that we're dealing with here is the world of cybercrime. Like right now, I'm talking to you on satellite. Yeah. That's up there. That's outer space. What happens if someone takes out our satellites? What happens if someone hacks into the White House, or hacks into NASA, or hacks into a TV studio, or into your home, or your car, or your pacemaker? The invisible world is the one that I'm finding interesting here. But I will tell you, Captain Chase carries a gun. She can arrest people. And she's going to go into space in the second book. Okay. So I'm going to take you there because I want everybody to go. Yeah,
and it seems just really cool, the in-depth type of research that you got to go to do to research for this book. Can you talk a little bit about the top secret government facilities you got to take a peek at? What was it like going behind closed doors where most people don't get to go?
Well, I think one of the ones I find really interesting is the Secret Service. That's my kind of new go-to law enforcement agency for this new thing I'm doing, that and the NASA police. And I've had, they took me out on their driving range. Oh my God, you should get out in the driving range with those people. You know, with their cars going everywhere, or where they're simulating that somebody's shooting at a presidential motorcade or so I got to see a lot of this kind of stuff. And that has been extraordinary. And the big thing that I didn't realize is how much, like, the Secret Service is dealing with this very thing I'm talking about, is the cyber world. It's the hacking. It's the invisible things that we have to be so concerned with. Spying. And Captain Chase, for example, is on one of their task force. She's a cyber investigator. So there's going to be a lot going on later with the Secret Service and even the White House in the next book. So it's this world of intrigue, the CIA, Interpol, Scotland Yard, all of it has to be concerned about the world you don't see. Who's trying to break into your computers? Who's trying to sabotage your aircraft? Who's trying to hijack your rocket so they can fly it into something and turn it into a bomb? Yeah, these are, so this is, it's something people don't think about, but it's very, very real.
Yeah, and that kind of led me into my last question here for you real quick. What was the one thing that surprised you the most? I think you kind of alluded to it there, but what's the one thing that you didn't think you'd discover from the research, or you weren't expecting, but just kind of really stood out to you?
I think the big thing this really shocked me, what shocked me is doing this kind of research has made me think really long and hard about who we are and where we might be from and our origin. Because the more you read about space, and the more, absolutely, and the more you read about what we're going to be doing on other planets, you might want to start asking a question about where we're from. And I know that sounds hokey, but you'll see when you start reading these books, this is all fascinating, and it's very hopeful, because, I'm an expert in death, but what I've been studying has given me a lot of hope about who we are, and that death by no means is the final answer.
All right, Patricia, well, thank you very much for your time. We can't wait to check out the book Quantum.